The biggest mistake most Christian guys make when it comes to quitting porn is to treat it as a purely spiritual problem with a purely spiritual solution. They pray harder, they go to confession more, they read more scripture, they join more accountability men's groups, and then 5 years later, and they're still relapsing. And that's because porn is not actually purely a spiritual problem. Here's why this is wrong. Okay? Imagine getting a flat tire on the side of the road. Now, imagine sitting in your car and just praying for God to fix the tire while you wait. And that's it. That's your whole strategy. You don't get out, you don't pop the trunk, you don't touch the jack, okay? You just pray and wait for the supernatural repair to happen. And honestly, that's what most Christian porn recovery actually looks like. Guys are praying for deliverance from a problem that has concrete, practical mechanics that they've never been taught to address. Porn, it rewired your brain in very specific ways. Your daily routines have been built around specific avoidances. Your nervous system has learned specific patterns of escape. None of these get healed by prayer alone, and any more than a tire would get changed by prayer alone, right? Instead, healing comes through doing targeted, specific, practical work, with prayer alongside it, amplifying the effort, not replacing it. Now, should the church be teaching this? Absolutely. But porn is a new phenomenon with counterintuitive rules, and Christianity is a 2,000-year-old tradition that moves slowly, which is part of kind of how it protects itself and stays true to itself. The pastoral catch-up on this issue just hasn't happened yet. So that's why 12 years ago, when prayer alone wasn't working for me, I had to figure out the mechanics myself to solve my own porn problem. And I've spent that time since refining this approach with thousands of guys that I've helped to get clean. So if God isn't sending you a supernatural, miraculous rescue from your porn problem, then he's likely calling you to a more practical solution. He gave you a brain that heals when you treat it right, relationships that repair when you do the work, and a body that responds to actual discipline. Spiritual practice matters, and it amplifies all that, but it doesn't replace doing the right work. So if you want the practical method, my totally free program is in my bio.